This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Hi, everybody.
Howdy,
Welcome
people.
to the podcast with special guest.
It's Rove McManus.
Rove McManus.
Acclaimed children's author. I make fart jokes rhyme. That's really all it is.
Oh, you've done a great job of doing that, though.
And it was very exciting, and I thank you all for allowing me to come in and actually read a book
Yes, that you wrote.
that I wrote
And,
and illustrated. You can't
Appreciate
read
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to describe all of the illustrations on every page.
Yes,
But
You did too many
it
drawings.
made for not very good radio, so we cut it out for the podcast. But
Rest assured.
just imagine,
they're
oh
terrific.
God, I'm doing it again. Imagine like what you're seeing is me trying to describe
Yeah.
like a character that's
Yeah.
in a sewer, but like the sewer's like a swimming pool, and like that.
But, and
it was
also,
like that for 10 minutes.
Like right now, it's like so people that are listening right now, you see the colour of the book.
right?
You know what I mean?
People, yeah.
It gives you that feeling.
Do you see the colour? But yes, and I was very excited to talk about book week experiences that I've had.
Yes.
Some crushing, some crafty.
Yes.
As I talked about having to
I think triumphant.
make my daughter into a hybrid of some kind of fantasy creature. Mm-hmm. Nathan's having a great
No,
time.
I think it's funny because this is the longest podcast intro we've ever had.
It's actually longer than the podcast. But
Are you even here?
Mel
It's just me.
We
The
did-
three of them have left.
No,
We did an interview the other day with Mel McLaughlin, and she said, by the way, what did she say right at the start?
she said, I might ramble because I'm a bit excited.
Anyway, 12 hours later, after her first sentence,
Talking about the
was like-
Matildas.
it was actually so full on we had to address it. Because everyone at home would go, "What's happening?" And their microphones turned off.
She told us
Anyway,
she
very
might
funny.
ramble, and she was right.
Oh, sorry.
Hey,
that's what
we
you
also
get.
talk about early this morning, we might have missed that. Tradies doing a favour for people, but then
Get screwed
copping
over.
it in the neck.
Yeah.
And we caught up with our mate Lutzi, who is from Nova in Brisbane. But at the moment, he somehow scored himself a gig reporting back to us on the World Athletics Championships from Budapest.
What a stitch up.
I don't know.
I know. People that are forced to say yes to something they didn't want to do as well is going to be in there. But today, I mean, it's all about Rove.
It is.
Look at him. He's amazing.
Thank you.
And look at the colour of his book. See what I mean?
It's a
Oh,
great
see the colours?
colour. Look at that fantastic bold.
I do love that.
This is Nathan, Nat, and Sean on Nova 937.
It's 6:04. Nathan Nat and Sean morning, everybody.
Hi.
Happy
Morning.
Thursday, or as we like to call it, Book Week Day Eve.
No. Book
is.
Week Eve. How exciting.
How's the costumes coming along? Start with you, Nat, because you're on the Benina.
Okay, yes, made some real progress yesterday in organising my wig because it needed some tweaking.
Yes, it did.
And all that's left is I just have one little bit to sew
Hey.
onto the outfit.
How did you figure out that wig? Did you get the
Yes, but not all the way over the top.
Oh,
it didn't work that way because the wig kept falling off.
Also,
so I had
your
to,
head's too big.
So, yes, and
not enough wire.
yes, so there is now a possibility
In the world.
that I could be severely injured by it.
Oh,
Yeah, because
Well, that's good.
Oh, yeah.
Body on the
so
line.
if I'm bleeding,
Yeah.
that's why.
Yeah.
What about you, Nathaniel? You're ready to go?
Oh, no, I'm ready to go. I went and got something for your costume yesterday. So I just popped down to get some face crayons.
Just some face crayons, please.
Face crayons for Sean McManus, thanks. And then when you're doing the nose area, I said, yeah, and they gave me 10 boxes.
You could go to the gym or do the shopping or go to work.
But what if you went in a beachier direction?
You're only a what if away from a holiday with the What If app.
Book accommodation, flights, packages and more.
What if it's Aussie for travel?
In Melbourne, there's this plumber who goes by the name Haz, and he was put onto a job by a neighbour who said that a family friend of his had no running hot water.
Oh, okay.
And
well, that is a job for a plumber.
yeah, and he couldn't get it fixed, and he was going through some difficult times. So Haz was put in contact with him, contacted the bloke, and and then heard what he said was the biggest sob story he's ever heard from the bloke.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's going to go there and help.
Yeah. So then he went, you know what, mate? You're going through it rough at the moment. He goes, I will not charge you for any labour. I'm just going to charge you for parts.
Okay.
Which was a whole lot of copper piping. So
Really nice,
it was
mate.
$700 instead of going to be $3,000 to $4,000.
Oh, okay. Well, that's an amazing offer.
Amazing
Yes.
offer.
Good work, Haz.
Yeah. It was amazing. It was a really lovely feeling for him until it came for to be payment, and then there was some issues. I'll get into what happened with that. But Haz, because he didn't get paid, he decided to take things into his own hands and go under this guy's house and sort out the problem himself.
This is a quick example of what happens when you don't pay the bill. Look, I wouldn't do this to just anyone. This guy had plenty of time to pay the bill, and at the end of it, I found he brought me to his house with the intention of not paying. So this is what he deserves. He actually sends me a message saying to come and take my work, thinking I wasn't. Lol, bada bing, bada boom.
So he's taking the copper pipe.
He's under the house, taking back everything that he had installed.
Yep.
Yeah, because the
Cut
guy
it all
never
out.
paid for it.
So this is what's happened, right? So he's agreed to do this deal with this guy, $700 just for labour,
Yeah,
right?
no, just for parts.
Just for
the equipment,
parts.
yeah.
No labour cost, right? So this guy goes, yeah, no worries. Then in the meantime, while he's waiting to get paid, the guy said, I've got a problem with my oven, so he goes and pays for his, goes and fixes his oven as well. Then the guy that he did the favour for ends up contacting him and said, can I get an invoice for the $4,000 job? And then Has said, no, you can't, because then I'll get taxed on that.
That's
I have
right.
to invoice you for what you what you
But
paid.
I'm only doing it,
Yes.
Which was the $700. And the guy goes, well, no. He goes, I don't want that invoice. I want to be invoiced for the $4,000. He goes, well, why? And he goes, because my insurance company will pay for it. And he goes, well, if your insurance company's going to pay you $4,000, why aren't you just getting your insurance company to pay me to do the job? And then the guy goes, oh, and now you're putting up the price. And he goes, I'm not putting up the price.
The price remains the
price
same.
remains $700, but you're not getting an invoice for $4,000. So this is why the guy ended up refusing to pay. And
So he wasn't his
actually
money
makes no
anyway.
sense.
yes.
But you're going to have to pay an excess, right? So if it was $4,000, then you would pay, let's say, $500 excess. But he's talking about paying $700.
Yes.
But he wants a receipt
Yes.
for $4,000.
He would have been
Yes.
fine. Yeah.
He wants to.
Unless his excess is higher.
Yeah, he wants to
Yeah.
do something dodgy with the insurance company
Yes.
by saying that I got charged this much and gets the insurance back instead of just getting the insurance to contact the plumber and them do it themselves.
Yes, and also he's asking the plumber
To do something
falsify
dodgy.
invoices, which is fraud.
I mean, who would do
That's
that?
fraud. That's insurance fraud.
Yeah.
Sean.
Anyway,
Insurance fraud, Sean.
No, not in my eyes.
this is in Sean.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Exactly.
Well, actually, you know what? That was a good point. Anyway, all these other tradies have jumped on board.
Yes.
And they're saying, this is what they're saying, right? That so many comments. The amount of times I've tried to be kind to people doing jobs cheap and they just end up screwing you over. It's rough. Another one, I'm a tradie and I find that people with sob stories that you end up doing a solid for with the price are usually the most difficult to deal with afterwards and with their demands, expectations and payments. Imagine that. You have done someone a favour.
Yes, you've cut your price.
Yes,
or you've
because
come
of the
after hours.
situation they're in. You've given some. You're being the kind-hearted, generous person, and that person screws you over.
Ungrateful.
Yeah. I've heard people ask for, and this is recently, a guy asking a tradie to pay cash and to do one in their own time, so to speak, and then they wanted a receipt.
You don't get a receipt for a cashy. That's
don't.
That's
What are
the
you
point of it.
doing?
That's why it's called a cashy.
Yeah. And then they're upset because the price changes.
Yes.
If you want one.
Yes, because if there's a receipt, they have to charge you GST.
Unbelievable. We want to talk about this situation if it's actually real and if it happens everywhere. When people are being screwed over after doing something kind or generous. Tradies, I'd love to speak to you about discounting a job and what can come from that afterwards.
And everybody calls you when they're desperate.
Yes.
You know what I mean? They all want a favour. And then when you do it, they're ungrateful.
Unbelievable. We're going to give someone $150 worth of Atlas Fuel.
Hello.
I know. Find your local WA owned and operated fuel supplier at atlasfuel.com.au.
All right, tradies, is this real? When you're doing a favour for someone, are they the most difficult customers to deal with? Has it happened to you?
Jared's given us a call. Good morning, Jared.
Good morning.
Hey, Jared. All right, firstly, we need a favour. No.
What sort of business are you in, Jared?
So I'm a pestie.
Yeah, okay.
And I copped a phone call from a lady on a Friday arvo, and she's bawling her eyes out. She's got active termites in her roof. They're in her floor. Her house has got to fall over. Bawling her eyes out.
Yes.
Explained to me that her dad had passed away, and it was his house. She doesn't know what to do. She's got minimal money. She's worried about the house and her kids. So I went and did about just under $3,500 worth of work on a Saturday.
Whoa, Jared. Good on you, mate.
Build her materials only, did no labour, spent a whole day there, and had to pay my offsider as well, so I paid his wages for the day.
Oh,
Yes.
that's really nice, Jared.
For her to not pay her bill. basically contacted her. She just completely ghosted us. Did some homework on her, did some Facebook stalking, and found out that, one, she has no kids. It was actually her house, and she was the head purchasing officer for one of the biggest mining companies and had a portfolio of $4.5 million.
No! Jared!
Jared, did you contact that mining company then? Are you allowed to? What's the deal with that? If someone does something bad in life, can you contact someone's work?
Why not harass them in their workplace?
We, look, it got pretty nasty. We tried to, go down the legal avenue, but it's a really hard avenue and it's just more expense to us. So sometimes you're better off cutting the loss. But when I put something on Facebook for the suburb that she was in and had quite a few other tradies contact me, and she had done it to Sparky, she'd done it to Chippies, and it was her thing. She got tradies in on the intention of never actually paying.
Jared, can I ask you, does that change the way you are now doing people favours? Because this is the worst thing. People like this will ruin it for anyone that actually is in need and you could do something nice for. Has it changed the way you deal with that?
Look, I still, to be honest, I think I'm a little bit too nice. I still, do things for people nice and, look after them. But I got to admit, I do Google them and do some homework on them first now.
Yeah.
But I just think there's always going to be, negative people out there, and stick with the
bad
positives.
karma on her.
Hey, that lady's at a big mining company, she said. What about hitting up their website and writing stuff on it about her?
I really wanted to, but at the time we had a tender with that mining company, so I was really scared that if I got up her and her being the purchasing manager, if I would lose my tender.
And Sean, Natalie's right, karma. Karma is my boyfriend. Karma's a cat purring on my lap.
That's right, you know that. And Jared, is it okay to take just a box of termites around and re-release them into her facility?
Yeah, exactly.
Some starving termites.
I hummed and hard on taking her a jerry can and a packet of matches.
No. Collect a whole bag of termites, right? A whole thing of termites, and then every day just dangle a bit of wood there so they can't get it.
Really hungry.
And then they're like just starving. And then as soon as they get to the wood, they go.
I don't know, we're ideas people, obviously.
That's the worst part with my trade. I can't
You
go
can't
and
take it back.
things.
Yes, exactly. You're a good guy, Jared. Don't stop doing that. Taylor's in Ellenbrook. Hello.
Hello, how you going?
Hi, Taylor.
Are you a tradie as well?
I am. This one's a tradie to tradie, though.
Oh, okay. What happened?
So I'm a night tradie, and we work closely with other companies, and this guy's come in and given the sob story of someone's stolen all my tools out of my ute, I can't go to my next job. So I've lent him my tools because we're regularly on jobs together, and he's just flown to Geraldton and taken all my tools with him.
What?
And left the company and never come back.
You lent him your tools, so he took them permanently
and moved to Geraldton.
And how much worth of tools, Taylor?
Oh, easily $500.
Oh.
Just with the main stuff, we loaned the little bits and pieces. But
what a jerk!
That's
bring him back in 2 days' time. I'll see you here.
Yes.
Literally.
And then he just shot through with no intention of returning them.
So you know exactly where he is. Have you contacted him? He's just ghosted you and cut all ties.
I've contacted his company, my company, because he's left that company. They can't contact him anymore either. So
You know why? He's probably in the Bahamas holidaying on your tour money.
Exactly. Still wearing his belt around.
What a stitch up. Trading.
No tools because you sold them all to get to the Bahamas.
It hurts when it's someone on your side.
Oh, yeah.
You got to the Bahamas on the $500 worth of tools? Okay, good.
I feel like we're just scratching the
hammer
surface
money.
with this. Anyway, $150 thanks to Atlas Fuel. You can find your local WA-owned and operated fuel supplier at atlasfuel.com.au. It's going to go to Jared. Taylor, yours is very worthy as well, but Jared, $3,500. He had to pay his offsider as well.
Outrageous.
This is a podcast of Nathan, Nat and Sean.
I did some online shopping. No.
I saw this as breaking news.
No. I'm not that bad. Remember those years, the murky years?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that you
always say that.
What?
You've got a story regularly and you say, I'm not that bad.
No, the only difference,
before there used to be 100 orders happening
The difference is now it doesn't get delivered here, so we don't see it.
That's the other thing.
I get things delivered to Mum and Dad's house all the time, right? Because there's always someone at home to
Does it feel like
get
it's a gift then? Because you're getting it from them?
No, I just know that it's there. You know what I mean? And then, like, I know it's safe. I've never really gotten anything delivered to my apartment ever because I've just always gotten it to mum and dad. Like, yeah, no, never. I always just, and then then it's an excuse to go and see mum and dad. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So,
because okay,
yeah,
you need a reason.
Yeah, nice. I like my parents. Anyway, so then we're at so I've decided to get something delivered to my apartment. And I got a notification, an email from DHL telling me that, your delivery is on its way, it's been sent. And then it had my address. So I had the correct street names, correct suburb, correct postcode. But the thing that was different is they combined my apartment number and my house number together without a slash.
Yep.
So it's now a 3-digit number instead of apartment something, number something, street. Yep. So I was like, okay, well, this is...
So presumably what they've done with combining it into a 3 number, that address doesn't exist.
No.
Right. Yeah, because your street's not that long.
Yeah. So I ended up going on the phone yesterday and I rang DHL and
so
I
you
had
get
a
a call centre,
Yeah. So the chick was really lovely and I just said to her, hey, there's been a mistake. I'm checking out the address that I provided the company where I purchased the thing from and that is correct. Now, I see the address that you've got and it's a different number. So can I change that address? And she goes, okay, yep, no worries. I'm sorry that happened. And she goes, what's the address? And I gave her the proper one. And then she says to me, okay, fantastic. Now, because we've changed the address, I've just got to read out these terms and conditions. So she goes on for like a minute or so. But then at the end, the 2 terms and conditions that like sort of went right there was that if it's damaged or goes missing, now they're not liable because I had to change.
You changed the address on them.
So because what the way that their system interprets that is that you have redirected the parcel to a different address, even though the original address doesn't exist because they got it wrong.
At the end, she turns around and she goes, do you accept these terms and conditions? And I said, respectfully, no, I don't. I said, why is it on me when either the company I bought it from or you guys has stuffed up the address? I didn't make a stuff up. So why, therefore, am I at risk of having my package damaged or stolen or missing?
Yeah.
And then she goes, yeah, I understand that. She goes, but you need to to agree to these terms and conditions.
So it can't progress unless you've agreed to them.
We cannot change your address to your right to address unless you agree to these terms and conditions and say that we're not liable. And I said to her, well, I don't agree to that. She goes, well, I can't change your address. I was like, this is crazy.
Are you still on the phone to her?
This is crazy. So I said
Put her on, I'll have a word.
So I said to her, I have to agree with this to happen. She goes, yeah. And I said, well, okay, can I open up a case then?
Yes.
I want to open up a case. And she goes, why? And I said, because I wanted to let it be known.
Because this is not resolved.
Let it be known that if something happens to my package, then I have had this issue with you and we've had this conversation. And then she goes, don't look. She goes, what I just read out sounds scary. She goes, but if something happens to your package, we'll look after you. And I said, but you just said you wouldn't.
Yes.
You're going to agree to the fact that you won't.
Not that they wouldn't, but that they don't have to.
Yes.
They don't have to,
It's insane.
It is insane.
Oh, my God. So I had to say yes. I had to say yes, Sean. God, have you ever said yes to something you didn't want to do?
A couple of times to Megan.
She said yes to you a lot more. I want to know, for whatever situation, it could be something to do with bureaucracy. It could be something to do with, like, your partner making you go to something.
Yes, or
work
something
making you do something you don't want to do.
Guilted into, well and truly.
Yeah, we want to know when you've been forced to say yes to something and you did not want to have any part to do with it. We're going to give somebody $200 cash.
Oh, what?
$200 cash right in your face. What if you took a long weekend away, Sean? Find accommodation, flights and more on the What If app. What if it's Aussie for travel?
Love it.
All right. Just tell us about that time you were forced to say yes to something. Sandra, hello.
Hello.
Hi, Sandra.
What happened?
Well, it just happens nearly every month. So I work in sales, so we reach a target, and if we get over target, we have to go and have celebration drinks. And I don't want to have celebration drinks with the people that I work with because they're kind of boring, they're kind of old, and they're weird. So give me a free something instead, and I can have a bottle and go home and have it with my friends. But every time it's like, okay, we're going to have free drinks. I kind of want free drinks. I want
You don't. Not with those weirdos.
but I have to. Anyway, so that's,
I know you're there trying to act like you're having a great time.
Well, yeah, I have to pretend that it's fake and it's not real and it's not me. But I'm in sales, but
Some people don't pretend
We
to do
can't
that. They
relate
just
at
go
all,
along
can
and
we?
go, nah.
Not at all. That is so great. You need to take like a little portable esky, just walk into those events, grab
fill
what
it
you
up.
need, and then go. It's basically going to be like going to the bottle shop.
But cheaper.
Then go hang out with the people you like, your friends.
Sandra, thank you. That's exactly what we're talking about. She's forced to say yes to it. Matt's in Canning Vale. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
No, good, Matty.
What are you forced to say yes to?
Okay, so basically last week, just at the perfect time, in the middle of winter, hot water system went bust.
Oh.
So had to call a plumber to come out later on that afternoon to fix. Now, the lady over the phone said, yep, it'll fit. We'll have to give you the upgraded one. They don't manufacture yours. I said, yeah, no worries. You sure it'll fit? Yeah, no worries. Like for like. Plumber came out later on that afternoon to have a look at it, followed by the delivery driver. Delivery driver dropped off the hot water system while the plumber was out the back doing his work. And then he pissed off, of course.
Yeah.
The plumber brought it around, found out that it actually doesn't fit at all. And they had to basically cut and chop every pipe that I had, plugging me for $950 on top of it. And, I had no way out because the delivery driver had already taken off.
Oh, no. But you repeatedly were asking if it was going to fit.
Yeah. And plumber said, well, sorry, mate, I can't take it back with me.
Yeah.
So this is our option.
And also you needed hot water.
But that was on their end. I know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's exactly what happened to you,
So
Nate.
you had to say yes and pay it.
Yeah, no choice. Or sit there, let it sit there until someone else can come and sort it out.
Oh, $950 on top of what you thought you were going to pay. That is disgusting.
I hope you have lovely hot showers now.
Oh,
though.
my
I hope you enjoy
gosh.
it every day. Thanks, Matt. All right, we want to know, have you been forced to say yes to something? Backed into a corner, you had to say
And your
yes.
whole body is screaming, no. Hi, Kate.
Hi, how you going?
Hey, Kat.
What did you have to say yes to, Kate?
Okay, so it was actually my mum and stepdad. So my mum is on home hemodialysis because her kidneys don't work. So that keeps her alive and she will be forever. So she has to have dialysis through a machine in her home. So my mum and stepdad claimed in their superannuation and decided to travel around Australia to make the most of their time together. They had the company who supplies the dialysis equipment and machine, got them to sign a waiver to say, you would think that it was to say any damages will not be their fault, but it actually said that they release and discharge the company from any and all liability, including liability of negligence or fault of the company or the patient's death or disability.
What? Why?
So it's something that they already
Because she's
do at
going to travel
home,
with it.
But because it's in a caravan, presumably, it completely changes the nature of what they're doing. Is that the...
Yes. Yeah.
Is there a person with your mum when they're setting up the gear, or it's just at home with you?
Yes. So, no, it's just my mum and stepdad that do it at home.
Yeah. So no staff member
but-
comes round or anything, no.
No. But it's just the fact that they were saying, even if it's the company's fault of negligence, that they will not sue them.
Because they're moving from place to place.
It's like on wheels.
Yes.
Because it's been put on wheels. It's like my place. Suddenly, because of my address, I have to change to my address. Suddenly, that's way more dangerous for the parcel.
Yeah.
To get there. That's insane.
On their mistake.
Yeah. Oh, nah. That's crazy.
No, we're outraged as well, Kate. Thank you.
Yeah. Sean?
Yeah, absolutely. $200
Long
cash.
silences are great on the wireless.
Yeah, they are. What if you took a long weekend anywhere? Find accommodation, flights and more on the What If app. What if it's Aussie for travel? Matt from Canning Vale. He's going to get that.
Fresh hot water system.
So now it only costs him $750 extra.
That's right.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast. Last quarter. Sensational play.
Be there to cheer on the home team from the Bankwest Best Seats in the House.
All right, here we go. Up for grabs. 2 premium Bankwest Best Seats to West Coast Eagles versus the Adelaide Crows on Saturday night. Premium seating, food and drinks are included, of course.
Let's hear from a good friend, Nathan from Wanneroo. G'day, Nath.
Hi, how are you?
Good, Nathan. Nathan, how do you win the last quarter?
By winning the last quarter.
Correct, Nathan. Now, in the first quarter, you're up against Nathan from Dianella. Hello, Nathan.
Hey, how are you?
Hello, Nathan.
Too many Nathans in the room right now.
It's a triple jacket Nathan sandwich right now.
It's a good name.
Yeah, it's great. It means gift from God. Nathan from Dianella, how do you win the last quarter?
By winning that last quarter.
Oh, it's a Nathan.
Now, at this point, we normally test the buzzers, but you can probably tell there is a bit of an issue with that because you're all called Nathan.
I will just test that out. I'm going to count to 3, and then after 3, I want you to both buzz in with your names. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
Nathan.
Yeah,
see, it's confusing.
Nathan? Or is it? Because Nathan got in first. What about if we, to make it fair, we both make you buzz in with your suburb name? So... Yeah?
Easy.
So Nathan from Wanneroo.
Wanneroo.
Nathan from Dianella.
Dianella.
And Nathan from Wanneroo, keep a T off the end of that, thanks.
All right, this is the first quarter.
First quarter question of the last quarter. Who were the last 3 West Coast player... Who were the last 3 West Coast player retirement announcements?
Wanneroo.
Nathan from Wanneroo.
Nick Natanui. Luke Shuey.
Yes.
Hurry up.
And?
Quick.
Oh, my God.
Too slow was Shannon Hearn, of course. So Nathan from Dianella goes through to the second quarter.
Hello. And Nathan, you are now called Nathan again.
Yes, you can use your name.
Hey, beautiful.
You're going up against Linda from Morley in the second quarter. Hi, Linda.
Hi, Hi, how are you?
Hi, Linda.
Hi, Linda.
I often do that.
How do you win the last quarter?
You win the last quarter.
No, the answer's hi, Linda.
Yeah. Linda, did you want to test your buzzer, Linda?
Linda?
Nice. Nathan, did you want to test yours now that it's back to being Nathan? Nathan?
Nathan.
And Nathan, would you like to say hi to Linda?
Hey, Linda, how are you?
Hey, Nathan, how are you?
A lot of love in there.
Everyone say hello to Linda.
Hi, Linda. Good morning, Horn.
All right, here we go. Time for the second quarter. All right, second quarter question. Which female Australian recording artist shares the same name as the 4th letter of the Greek alphabet?
Delta. Oh, Nathan.
Yes, Nathan?
Delta.
It's correct.
Nathan.
Bye, Linda.
Bye, Linda.
Nathan's through to the third quarter. It's taking on Cameron from Tapping. Morning, Cam.
Morning, guys. How you going?
Oh, wonderful, Cam.
Cameron, let's get down to business. How do you win the last quarter?
By winning the last quarter.
Yes. Do you want to test your buzzer, Cameron? Cameron?
Horn.
Working well. Horn is ready. It is the third quarter, everybody. Here we go. Third quarter question.
Okay. How many premierships has the Adelaide Crows won?
Cameron.
Yes, Cameron?
1.
Incorrect. The answer is 2.
So Nathan is through to the last quarter.
Nathan.
We're in the last quarter. You're taking on Denise from Darch. Good morning, Denise.
Good morning.
Oh, it's Denise.
I get the feeling you're a repeat offender in this game, Denise.
Yeah.
Today could be the day.
Yeah. Denise, so you know how to win the last quarter, don't you?
Yes, you win the last quarter.
Yeah. But Denise, have you ever won the last quarter?
No. I won the back half.
You won the back half.
Oh, yeah. All right.
best
Test your
half.
buzzer, Denise.
Denise.
All right. Here we go.
All right, here we are with the final quarter question.
Got 'em
Last
nervous.
quarter question. What is the name of the 2-player board game where players each guess the identity of the other person's chosen
Denise.
character?
Yes, Denise.
Guess who?
You've done it. Denise.
You never get there.
Damn it.
Nathan.
Well done, Denise.
Nathan, you got to win the last
Thank
quarter,
you.
mate.
Jeez, mate.
Denise, you have won 2 premium Bankwest best seats to see the Eagles versus the Crows Saturday night at Optus Stadium. That's premium seating, food and drinks are included. And now you can say, Denise, you have won the last
I
quarter.
won that.
There you go.
Right.
Thank you.
Not you, Nathan. You're in the Nathan sin
Well, I
bin.
forgot what it was all about.
Right.
Winning the last quarter.
Yeah. It couldn't have been clear.
How's Nathan, eh?
Hey, guess what we're doing
Let
again
down.
tomorrow, everybody? When we're live from Bull Creek Primary School, in fact.
Yeah. Oh, before we go, I've got something really important to say. Hi, Linda.
Of course.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
It's Nathan and Sean's
Having the guys at your school might be safe, but enrolling the kids at State Swim will make them stronger and safer swimmers. Just in time for summer, head to stateswim.com.au.
A shout out to our producer Amy's kids, Charlotte and James, because that was their voices that you just heard there.
Oh,
Little
wonderful,
Book
eh?
Week opener. How adorable are they?
We got an invoice for...
Tax write-off, Amy.
We got an invoice for $5,000
That's
today.
right.
Exactly.
And paid it.
Yeah, Charlotte was 3.5. James was only 1.5. He's got to work on his deal.
She did the bulk of the work, though.
Yeah, so we are going to Bull Creek Primary School this Friday for Bull Creek Rove.
They call that tomorrow.
It's so exciting, isn't it?
I can't. Well, I love Book Week. I've actually brought some of my books today. So if you want to give some away, you can give some away.
Oh, that's nice.
My current book, the book that grown-ups get wrong, is out now.
Yes.
And I also have some copies of Disgusting McGrossface on holiday.
On holiday.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, anyone can write clever fart jokes that rhyme.
Disgusting McGrossface.
Yeah, McGrossface.
On holiday.
But he's on holiday this time. Just
Go
because you leave your own house, Nathan, doesn't mean that this disgusting character isn't going to come with you and ruin the toilets and leave footprints everywhere and be disgusting.
Gotcha.
Because it's not you.
Because not you.
Because it's not you.
Because it's him.
Hey, that's
and that's all this book is a kid trying to convince the parents it wasn't me.
That's actually
it's
clever.
him. He's the disgusting
It's a clever
one.
concept, isn't it?
I know. I'm surprised it came out of my head.
Is Disgusting McGrossface, is it a part of a whole series? Does he go lots of places?
We've had 2 adventures. There will be, and there's 2 others planned. One will be visiting the grandparents.
Ah, yes.
Then there is a Christmas spectacular, and then I would like to introduce his friend / partner, girlfriend.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I haven't worked out what her disgusting name would be.
I'll get on that.
No, Nathan? No.
I'll go on with a good one. I hear that Disgusting McGrossface was based on one of your cousins.
Yes.
True.
He's not very good at probability.
Or horse betting.
Those 2 things are related, I would think.
But yes, Book Week is great. I love Book Week. I always have loved Book Week. And
do you force your daughter to get really involved, or is she actually genuinely excited?
No,
about
she
it?
loves it.
Loves
She's all in. Last year, we because you need to. Parents will know this. You need to get in early on what do you want to be, because every child wants something that you've never heard of before, and it's not just put an upside down milk container, an ice cream container on your head, and you're a spaceman. Go to school. Shut up. So when I was the last,
I love those
parents are out there.
Well, I took it on board myself when I was younger, because I thought I would love to be. I'm going to go as the Scarecrow from The Wizard of Oz.
Yes,
I love the book. It's great, and I spent a long time sort of picking that long sort of grass that you get in bacon blocks.
Stuff,
and I was shoving it in this old flannelette shirt that I had, and I put this old beaten hat on, and I painted my face to look like the Scarecrow, and I turned up to school, and this was like an after hours thing. You'd go at night and you'd have the book that you've read with a little report on your desk, and the parents would come in and visit.
Oh, that's right.
And I've gone in, and I was the only kid dressed up.
But that was supposed to be. It was an event that...
It wasn't compulsory.
Can I tell you?
Clearly.
I've been there. It was I think it was year 6.
Yes, I was year 7.
Year 6. My brother's...
Everyone's too cool for
it was Halloween, North Calgary Primary School. My brother's class was dressing up, and I was like, well, then we are too. And so I got dressed up. I went to school that day as a vampire clown with a plate of fairy bread ready to add to the catering, and then I got to my class and no one was dressed up.
That is like the Venn diagram crossover of the 2 most scary things. Vampire and clown.
And then imagine
the clown. Yeah, well, see, that's how the vampire gets you to invite them inside.
And then imagine none of my friends dressed up. There's a vampire clown sitting there. Everyone else has got their normal lunches. It's sitting there eating endless slices of fairy bread
with fake teeth.
Delight
from Fairy Bread.
dripping down my face too.
I know with myself.
What's Ruby wanted to go with?
So last year, or this year, she's going as a character from Nightmare Before Christmas. But last year, Sally... Last year, she wanted to, in the weeks before, we're like, what do you want to be? She's like, I've thought of it, but I'm still working it out. I'll let you know. I'll let you know.
Oh.
We're a week out, and it's suddenly, I want to be a centaur. So this is human from the waist up, entire horse from the waist down.
Did you manage to execute
I
that?
did the most amazing job. I did a quick look online of how can you even make this happen.
Yeah.
It very quickly involves PVC piping
Yes.
that you build a frame of the horse's legs and spine.
Sounds so easy to get around with.
And then you put a little belt around the waist part.
so attach it to
and then
her
you
waist.
put 2 wheels on the back legs.
Okay.
You cover them with cardboard
This is
hooves,
not easy.
And then you put cardboard hooves on her front feet, and then you wrap your child in a bunch of fur from Spotlight.
Yes.
You glue it to a pair of pants that you don't care about anymore, and then you send her to school and hope that she never has to sit down for the day.
Then Sean bets on her and she loses.
And she pooed everywhere. But
Exactly. But it was,
yeah, but she was
they put it on the
she got a sugar cube.
Hey, that's an involved costume.
Yeah, well done.
It was 3 days of panic.
That's insane.
Oh, my God, Rove. Fair
After
effort.
2 days of planning of, okay, I think I know how I can do this, going off to Bunnings, going off to Spotlight, spending a ridiculous amount of money to get all the equipment, and smart enough, I'm no fool, bought almost double of everything because I went, I'm going to mess this up. I'm going to mess this up.
Yep.
And put it together. Got her to school. It was only just hanging together. And then they said, okay, kids, it's time for our book week parade where we do 2 laps around the assembly area.
These wheels are going to hold
all
together.
the parents can see all the wonderful costumes. And I'm like, we're going to have half a centaur by the end of this.
That horse is going to get put down by the end of that race.
I was waiting for the screen to come up.
And afterwards, do you have to put the wheels back on your wheelie bin?
Yeah.
I have to say, like,
That's a fair effort.
do you go to effort for the love of your child? Because your child around that age, you put anything on their head and they think there's something else. Or do you do it because of the pressure from parents? From the other parents?
For me, it was just like, I reckon we could do this.
So you're just like,
the challenge
I think
of
it'll
it.
look pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think it's not impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because everything has been done. If you look online, there are parents that have created ones that the back legs move.
Yeah.
There's
Oh,
like
wow.
a piston
So full
system.
animatronic centaurs.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't need that. I just need her to drag her sorry literal ass behind her, and hopefully it would be okay.
I like
But it was starting to get wonky. It was really starting to get wonky.
I like the kids that just go to school and they've just got like a piece of paper like with a name stapled to their chest.
I'm recycling. I am the literal book.
Thing one and
but
thing
I can
two.
say one of the most wonderful things, having written a few children's books, is being sent pictures of kids dressed as my
your
characters.
stuff.
Yeah, that's adorable.
That'd be
So I've had
sweet.
kids dressed as disgusting McGrossface. There's another character I have called Rocky Lobster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I haven't got any of the frog from the book that grown-ups get wrong.
Yes.
But if there's anyone out there listening who would like to dress their child as a hot dog riding a skateboard, which is also referenced in the book that grown-up gets wrong, then go for it.
This week
I
is
would
that.
love to see that.
We're going to get you
Week's
to
not
hang
over.
around,
Come on, Bull
Rove.
Creek Primary. Don't let me down.
Rove sticking around, everybody.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
Nova's 100 grand or 100 in the hand. Thanks to Liberty. Loans for free thinkers. Got a grand idea? Free think your way to a home, car or personal loan with Liberty today. Eligibility and conditions apply.
We just heard Post Malone with Better Now. That means it's time to give somebody a choice.
Here we go.
Yeah.
From Nathan's Hood, Maylands, Luis.
Hey, Louise.
Lewis.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you,
Are we
Luis?
saying your name right?
Yes, that's right.
Where are you from, Lewis, originally then? Are you...
I'm from Brazil.
Oh, he's hairless.
What side of Maylands are you on? Are you on the like the Peninsula Road side, or are you on the other side of the railway tracks?
I'm on the other side.
Oh,
So
the Minglewood side.
North of the tracks.
Which side of the tracks is the right side?
Yeah.
I'm on the Minglewood side. I feel.
Is
To
that
be
the right
honest,
side?
Maylands is all a bit dodgy. There's a couple of safe pockets, but we do have wits about us.
The Paris end.
Whereabouts in Brazil are you from, Luis?
I'm from the south of Brazil, like very close to very south of Brazil.
The very
it's like
south.
About
So like-
30
Is it like the country, like in a country town?
Yes, it's like a very small town from the south of Brazil.
It's not giving much away, is it?
I love your accent. How long have you been here for?
Don't you go there.
How long have you been here for?
I've been here already like 7 years.
Yeah.
You're one of us.
You can hear it. You picked up an accent.
Yeah. Did you barrack for the Matildas?
Yes, of course.
There we go. He's one of us.
You can stay there.
Good job.
Have you learnt a lot while you're in this country?
Oh, yeah. Like, if I was going for Matilda's, probably I would be deported.
Well, I'll ask you one question, and if you don't get it right, you will be deported. Are you ready? How do you win the last quarter?
Sorry?
How do you win the last quarter?
By winning the last quarter.
Yes, Louise.
If I may speak from experience, a caipirinha for Louise. Am I right? I ran a caipirinhas for my friend.
All right, Louise, it is time for you to make a decision. So you can have 100 Australian dollars, I have to specify, and that's yours to keep. Nobody can take that away from me. Or you can put your name on the list and hope to win 100 grand. There are currently 165 people in that draw, and obviously that's going to get bigger as we get closer to the end. So what do you reckon, Louise? What are you after?
Let's go for the big prize.
Yeah, got to be in it to win it. Oh, yes.
More caipirinhas.
More caipirinhas.
I'm happy you listened to us, Louise. You're a good guy.
Good on
Thank
you, Louise.
you. Well played.
Thank you so much.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
She's got the book. She's got the book. She's got the book. She's got the book. And I go la 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 la. She's got the book.
Having the guys at your school might be safe, but enrolling the kids at State Swim will make them stronger and safer swimmers. Just in time for summer, head to stateswim.com.au.
We are all about Book Week this week, and another celebrated children's author is in our midst, Rove McManus.
Hi, everyone. Good morning.
Hi, Rove.
Morning, Rove.
Rove, you've written so many beautiful novels over the years.
Yes, many fart and toilet jokes.
So many important pieces of literature.
I've also done the illustrations. I should make that very
You
clear.
are so talented. I made a joke with Kate Ritchie the other day and said if a celebrity brings out a children's book, they should be forced to do the illustrations, and your talent has blown that out of the water.
Especially for the kids' books, because the kids' books is barely 30 words.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I also try to make them
30
rhyme slightly,
chosen words.
have a bit of fun with it,
Yes.
type of thing. Like but to then have to you send it off. They go, yep, that's fine. If that's all I had to do, this would be great. I could do this all the time. Dough. But instead, I also then go, I will do the illustrations, which is where you're right.
Don't worry about it.
Anto is a painter, so he legit could do his own illustrations.
We're all saying it.
All right, now, we're ready for a reading.
All right.
Boys
Okay,
and girls, gather round.
As much as I would like people to go out and buy the book that grown-ups get wrong, it is a book that is impossible for any grown-up to read successfully in front of a child. It has a visual element that will not work for radio. So instead...
So buy that, read it.
Buy that.
Buy that, read this.
It's a beautiful book.
Hit record now on your car
On your
radio?
tape decks.
As I read from Disgusting McGrossface.
Would you like some reading, a little bit of nice background reading music?
Yes,
Let's
and
hit that off.
potentially some toilet flushes
There we
and
go.
fart
There we
noises.
go. Oh, we got some fart noises. Is this too much?
Too jaunty?
Very jaunty. That's okay. I'll just pick up the pace.
It's a holiday.
Yeah. My parents and I had gone away to spend some time on a holiday. After hitting the beach, I heard them despair. Oh, for crying out loud, there's sand everywhere. Oh, no, I said, just as I feared. Disgusting McGrossface has reappeared.
Sean.
He's tagged along, no lie, no fake. And here's what he does on holiday break. Who stays in a place down near the sewer? Disgusting McGrossface. Mate, you're right in manure. Whose tourist clothes are covered in stains? Oh, disgusting McGrossface. Please use some brains. Whose sun hat is made from a baby's used nappy? Disgusting McGrossface. How does that make you happy?
That's rank.
Who, instead of flowers, wears fish heads round his neck? Disgusting McGrossface. I mean, come on, what the heck? Who uses pond slime as his sunblock cream? Disgusting McGrossface. What a terrible scheme. And who chooses to wear bug-attracting spray? Disgusting McGrossface. That's not the right way. Who builds a sandcastle that's shaped like a loo? Hey, disgusting McGrossface, I'm looking at you. whose ice cream flavour is mouldy old cheese. Disgusting McGrossface, say you're kidding me, please. And instead of sprinkles, chooses toenails instead. Disgusting McGrossface, what is wrong with your head? There is a bit about peeing in the pool. I will just move to the end, but I highly recommend the peeing in the pool. Have we got time? Okay, go.
You serious, mate?
Whose inflatable swim toy is shaped like a roach? Or disgusting McGrossface, you need a life coach. As a quick side note, when I decided that, I thought it would be very funny and then realised I have to draw an inflatable toy that looks like a giant cockroach.
You did.
No.
You did.
Who's the one always doing pee in the pool? Hey, disgusting McGrossface, you know that's not cool. And whose swim shorts show off his hairy bum crack? Disgusting McGrossface. There's no taking that back.
And also Sean McManus.
Okay, we get it. My parents both yelped. Your info, as always, quite truly has helped. I told them, now we know that's how he rolls. We can start to achieve our own holiday goals. He won't come around while I'm on the prowl, but I might just still hide my sandy towel.
Got it.
Wait, it was what? Was it who?
Amazing.
Available in all good bookshops and probably a lot of the bad ones.
Yeah, the very ordinary ones too.
I've got an idea, guys.
What?
I've got an idea, I've got an idea. Do I say it on air, or do I keep it to ourselves so we can make money? Do I just say it?
No, you never keep something to yourself.
Always tell people you can never make money.
Luckily, we have
Always
no
tell them
follow through, so it won't happen.
No. I'm going to say that we're going to do it. You should do it, but we're going to do it. We're going to write a children's book about Book Week. It hasn't been done.
It's very meta.
Yeah.
It hasn't been done.
It's just like writing a Christmas song. Because it's always going to get played.
It's always going to get played.
Once a year.
Even if it bombs.
A book about Book Week. And then it's all the different, what am I going to go as?
Yeah.
Can your parents help?
I'm just texting someone that's not my publisher.
Nathan, Nat and Sean in podcast form.
Well, we're just talking about Taylor Swift being in the spotlight, Nate. You're telling a story about the
she went to
wedding.
this rehearsal dinner over in the US. Rove, you saw it as well.
Wedding rehearsal,
yeah. So it's Andy McDowell's daughter who's the star of that show Made. She's not that famous, you know. And also Jack Antoff, he's in a band. So they're celebrities,
but they're not Taylor Swift celebrities.
So this is the noise of the fans outside of the rehearsal dinner. Police were there. They had to cordon off the road. There were tens of thousands.
Incredible.
Because they got word that Taylor Swift
was in there at someone else's wedding rehearsal dinner. It was insane.
It's also just a weird thing that Americans do.
Yes.
Is that they do a full wedding rehearsal
I know, it is amazing, isn't it?
So you're paying for that dinner twice.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, so it's usually done the night before the wedding.
Yeah.
Everybody gets together before, and which is when the bride and groom have their rehearsal, and everybody gets together. Then you're like, you will see everybody tomorrow.
What happens with that?
Why do I have to do two weddings for you?
Do you eat the same meal?
No.
It's a different venue.
Do you sit down, actually take your place and all that kind of stuff, or just stand around?
I think it's more for the bride and groom, so they actually get to spend time with the people at their wedding, because on the actual wedding day, you will not. You will not get to see anybody at all. But it's extraordinary, the amount of people that came out.
Oh.
She's not like one of the bridal party or anything.
No, but she was there.
Literally is there as a guest.
She's still Taylor Swift.
Literally there as a guest.
Unreal.
Yeah, and actually the other day as well.
God, she better catch that bouquet.
Yes.
Sure.
There's another
No,
album
she
in
would be
that.
one of the, she will intentionally not catch it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So a chick that looks like Taylor Swift the other day, she got escorted out of a shop in Beverly Hills because she went in there and she just had a hat on, red lipstick, just clothes, but she looks remarkably like Taylor Swift.
Oh, you mean Taylor Swift?
From Aldi?
Yeah.
So she went in there. She caused such a stir. The same thing happened outside. That security dragged her out of the shop because it was her fault.
Yes, she looks like Swiftie.
She just looks like Taylor Swift.
It's amazing.
Who do you think you could get away with pretending to be if you did the sunglasses and hat, sort of just duck down, just like, it's just me?
Well, Sean's
Aldi,
obviously
Tom Cruise,
Simon Baker.
Just like who?
I look like the owner of Carmen's Muesli, but I don't think that's gonna.
I've never seen her, but who would know? Isn't that a big flex? I could say, I put on a fake beard and say I'm the Jim from Jim's Mowing.
What did they say about me? Remember that someone?
They said a lot of things about you.
Someone called me. Is it Squidly?
Yes, Buff Squidly.
Buff Squidly.
Buff Squidly.
Buff Squidly.
Sounds like the worst wrestling name in the world. His finishing move is... Oh, Squidward.
Yes.
Squidward?
Yeah, Squidward.
Yes.
You are
Yes.
full Squidward. Absolutely. No question you are Squidward.
No, Buff. Look up Buff Squidward. It's the Buff
there's a
version.
Buff
Squidward. Look up Buff Squidward.
Is that insulting?
And the worst thing is I can see it.
Here's the thing. This is one of those times where don't Google the image. If someone says you look like Buff Squidward, you take the apparent compliment and you walk away.
Because when I this is ridiculous.
That thread.
I know. Then when I googled it, I went, oh no.
Yeah. We're looking at it now.
I
and you're
know.
right.
I can
It's
see
a whole lot
it.
of chin and head.
And
It's a lot of head.
Very,
It's a lot
very
of head.
Funko Pop, top heavy.
sunken cheekbones.
Very lovely. Great legs.
Great
though.
cheekbones.
Great
Yeah,
legs.
it's got great
legs.
cheekbones.
Big chest.
Let's focus on the positives. Rove,
Massive head.
as always, it's a pleasure to have you in the studio.
Thank you
You're
very
welcome
much.
back
Thanks, mate.
anytime.
And I will be here anytime. Enjoy your book week, everybody.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you,
I hope you can
Rovers.
pull that costume together in time for tomorrow.
Everyone, last minute plug. The book that grown-ups get wrong, Rove McManus, out now, and why not get the other one? That is
Discussing
just
McRove's
causing
face
ripples in the literature
on
world.
holiday.
Yes, unbelievable stuff.
So good. Thanks, Rove.
Thanks, Rovey.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Time for us to get out of here tomorrow. We will be live from Bull Creek Primary School
Yes.
for Book Week.
Can't wait. We'll have our West Coast Eagle there, Jeremy
Yes.
McGovern. Sean Darcy as well will come down from the Dockers.
There's going to be
Lots of
heaps of giveaways for both people at Book Week and also for people listening at home. But right now, hello, Ross.
Hello.
Ross, are you doing the City to Surf? I thought you'd be doing 100 kilometres full sprint.
In a way, I'll be at the finish line.
Oh, are you the guy welcoming everybody over the over the finish line at the end?
Yeah, I'll be at the mic. What am I going to say? You can do it.
You go, you. How about this? You did it.
Yeah. One more lap?
You have to.
Oh, you don't want to do another lap, no, because it starts from the city.
Because Sean would be screaming at you just to go faster.
I'm always
Don't
doing
slow
that.
down now.
But that's the best bit, that when you're coming down the City Beach Oval, you just get a second win. The crowd's there, people are cheering, that medal's coming, and all of a sudden you feel good.
Yeah. I know, it's fantastic. 500 metres down the road when no one was looking, you got to have an Uber. Absolutely. It's a great feeling.
You have to register by Saturday too, everybody, so get on board.
Make sure you do it.
Yeah.
Great community event.
PerthTheCityToSurf.com.
Nathan, Nat and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.